When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on another team from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Commodores will kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Aggies. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Vanderbilt's offense will take the first swing of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quick handoff. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Commodores decide to punt it away.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So the
touchdown, Texas A&M. Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
He makes the catch. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense and beautiful pass.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's third and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Aggies offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pulls it in. It's Abraham. And he's brought down after a nice gain. A&M comes back out with another first down. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
The This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the left side. Got room at the 35. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot down the sideline. Intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Aggies can really attack on this second and short. They'll go to the counter. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Makes the grab. It's Bland. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. So now it's second and long. Trying play action. Caught near the sideline. It's Bland. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll go to the air. Scrambling away. Finds some fresh air. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play. Vanderbilt
has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Got a little space. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back.
Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Off the play fake. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. Trying to set up the screen. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The play action fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Touchdown, Aggies. Fit it in the window for the score.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Nashville, and we've had a lively first half. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Oh, he's got a chance. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Caught near the sticks. It's Knox. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Wants to fire on second down. With the catch, it's Bland. Open space at the 25. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Aggies! The offense cashing it in on that drive. If these guys wanted to make a statement, statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 8 over Virginia. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Makes the catch. It's Gore. Breaks into the open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's caught. It's Gore. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Behind the chains now on second and long. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Pocket breaking down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Working the middle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Commodores have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pressure coming. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going?
Touchdown, Commodores! A great catch and run for 6.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Texas A&M, 42. Vanderbilt.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
The returner is tackled down at his 20. Texas A&M offense.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give to the back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Breaks into the open on the left. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
49, Vanderbilt, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Got it. Timber. Slider.
To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He didn't quite make it to the sticks, and it'll bring up a fourth down from the 42. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. There he goes. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Dropping back, it's Moncrief. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Now on first down from the 28. Looking to throw on first down. Fires one high and deep. He's got it at the 20. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Runs through a tackle. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Handoff from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Commodores will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Moncrief. Got it in the middle, it's Hankins. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The Commodores are flying down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run play action. He's moving out of the pocket. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Commodores will punt this one away.
Number 11 on to kick it away.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Makes it past the marker. At the 45, on its way. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And we knew this offense was good, man, but seeing them in person, like, now I understand why they're a top 10 offense. Week in, week out, so many different ways to hit you from so many different angles. Undefeated still. Still an undefeated squad moving forward with all of their dreams in front of them.
Vanderbilt, 7.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the back.
It's picked off and another empty drive.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Throws to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did.
My quarterback came up and said, how about that? I taught y'all team bad, didn't I? You know what I'm saying?
They obviously had
what's going on with it?
Ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw.
He's only a freshman, guys. He'll be here next year.
No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really
Signed us a Cooper Cup. He's better than Cooper Cup.
Finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.